I live in Wisconsin, and here we only get like 4 or 5 months out of the year that is above 60 degrees, and that's probably being a little bit generous. And we want to spend every moment we can enjoying that weather. But how does one do that when they still have a household to run, when they still are working, when all of the things that they do all of the other seasons have not changed, but they want to pack more into this season? It's by being intentional, and we're going to chat about that today. My name is Angie. Welcome to my channel, Quiet Confident Woman. My passion is building confidence in women, especially introverted women, and I love supporting you in creating strategies to bring something that's chaotic in your life into the calm. If you love what you hear, make sure to subscribe to my channel and like this video. And if you don't already receive emails once a week with amazing tips, you're going to want to sign up for that, and the link is in the notes. The definition of intentional is done on purpose or deliberate. And during a season in your life, or in this case, a season of the year, being intentional is key to accomplishing all of the things that you want to do. Being intentional allows you to be able to spend more quality time with family, decrease stress from last minute planning, and also to engage in the activities that you want to participate in. So let's dive in to see how being intentional can allow you to do all of the summer activities that you want to. And of course, if you are in a season of, maybe it's not a season of the year, and it's a season for you of maybe increased work or something that you just have more on your plate, all of these tips can be applied to that as well. All right, first of all, create a bucket list of all of the things that you want to do this summer. Write them all down. Nothing is too small, nothing is too large. Just write them down. Many times when we find that we have open time, we're like, what should we do? What should we do? What should we do? And this gives you a list of things to pick from. And it also gives you a list of things that, hey, I really would like to do this, and allows you to be intentional about creating some time to do that. Now, while you're creating this bucket list, enroll your family in adding things to this list. What is really important to you may not be as important to someone else in your family, and what's really important to them may not be as important to you. So you really want to be able to incorporate everyone in this bucket list. The third thing with creating a bucket list is keep in mind it doesn't have to be extravagant. Maybe it is just being on the driveway and coloring with some sidewalk chalk, or creating this huge bubble wand to blow bubbles. Nothing is extravagant, but it will create lasting memories for years to come, especially if that was on someone's bucket list. All right, the second thing is to block off time in your schedule or to plan these events. And I would have to say this is probably the most important. It might be tied for a most important, and one that I'm going to tell you in a little bit here. But if you don't plan these items, they are merely going to stay on your bucket list. They are not going to move off of that. And then come August or September, you're going to be like, shoot, we didn't do this, this, and this, and I really wanted to. And you started off really great by listing things that you wanted to do, but intentionality comes with actually scheduling them and doing them. So make sure to schedule them. And this can look a couple different ways. You could take something off of your bucket list and you can actually put it in your schedule a certain day, a certain time. Everyone knows that that's what you're doing on that day. Or the other way you could do it is you could say once every week or once every 2 weeks or whatever it is, you are going to have a family day, and you're going to block off that day in your schedule, or half a day or whatever it is going to be for you. And you're going to block it off. And then as the day gets closer, you are going to see maybe the weather or what's going on in life, you're gonna see what things from your bucket list you can put into that day once you get a little closer to the day. But you do absolutely want to mark off time. So if you find that you get a month, it's a month away, and you're like, oh, we didn't do anything with the family this month, and next month's already full, we don't have any time, then sit down right now and schedule all of that out. They are, I'm sure, if you're anything like me, a priority in your life, and you absolutely want to be able to have time this summer to spend quality time with them. This next one is super important, especially if you live in an area that the weather doesn't always seem to cooperate and it can change very quickly, and that is flexibility. So, with this, flexibility is key as far as maybe the activities that you're doing, not so much that you're spending time together. So, if you are a family that says, we're going to do something together every other week or once a month or once a week. You have that time already planned, but maybe you plan to do an outdoor activity and now it's downpouring and that's not an ideal situation anymore. You can pull something else from your list that is going to be able to be done when the weather is not the greatest outside. So make sure that you have some kind of flexibility when you're creating your bucket list. Think of things that you can do indoors, things you can do outdoors. Of course, because it's summer, most of the things that we want to do are outdoors, but can't always happen when the weather does not cooperate. The fourth thing is to budget. Now, we think of times in our life like Christmas. Yep, we definitely want to save and budget for that. Or if we're taking a family vacation that we know is going to cost $4,000, we know that we want to save that amount to go on vacation, but we never think of it for summer. And I don't know if you are like this or not, but in summer, it tends to be you want to make these last minute purchases, or you decide to purchase way more things than what you typically do. So maybe you go to farmers markets more and you get more fresh veggies and you're buying a drink when you're there or coffee in the morning. And all of these little purchases can add up. And if you are finding at the end of summer, you're like, man, summer just drains my bank account, or you're finding, man, we have a lot of credit card to pay off at the end of summer. Think about creating a budget for this, much like you would for vacation or also for Christmas, where maybe you have a savings account that you add a little bit of money to every single week of the year or every single paycheck, and that money is allotted just for summer. Okay, the fifth and final one, and this ranks right up there with scheduling, is being mindful. And what I mean by this is just being present in the moment. So if you say there's something on the bucket list that you're just like, it's okay, but it was really somebody else's, I really want to do this thing, and you've decided to schedule it in your family time, and maybe it's coloring on the driveway with chalk. And you're like, okay, this, whatever. But they really wanted to do this together as a family. And if you're on your phone or you're talking to the neighbor, it's not spending quality time with those that you had wanted to. So be mindful, be cognizant of what you are doing and who you are doing it with. It could be that you are creating a beautiful masterpiece of an entire village or city in your driveway. Or maybe you create some kind of road system for the kids to drive their toy cars down, or whatever it is. Be present in the moment, no matter what you decide to do. I'm excited for you to have a summer filled with activities that you love to do. It seems every year summer flies by and you look back and have maybe a few regrets that you didn't do some things that you wanted to, but not this year, my friend. This year, your summer is going to be amazing because you're going to be intentional. Enjoy it. I'll see you next time.